after the live. I greatly appreciate each and every one of you. I just want to make sure that this camera... Okay, perfect. If you're tuning in after the live, I greatly appreciate it. Just make sure that you hit that like button, and it will greatly help push me through the analytics. We have a lot to discuss here with XRP. It's going to be mainly on the charts tonight. We kind of discussed the 1 billion release from Escrow and some of the headlines. Look at my prior content as well. I've got a lot of stuff within the news and things like that have already been released. But I want to get into this pretty quickly. I'm just trying to move this over.
Welcome to K-12, Michigan's...
Whoops. So I have everything set up now. Okay, it looks like everything's set up. Now let's get into this because I want to get started here relatively quickly tonight. So let me turn on the comments after I do the intro. So good early evening, 7:39 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on this Tuesday, August 1st, 2023. I'm XRP Future Millionaire, and I reside in the great state of Michigan. So we had a pretty good close here on the daily. We ate up that liquidity dump and the 1 billion release from Escrow. It only ended up being 200 million as 800 million was put back in. So that is what it is today. Wow, 55 people here already, 34 likes. I greatly appreciate that. Make sure you hit that like button as it can greatly help push me through the analytics, and we will get more and more people in here to help this discussion. Dave Brand, welcome in. A lot of people need relief. Crypto Popeye, welcome in. Poppy, welcome in. Jacob Brent, good evening. Lee Tennant, welcome in. Time to party in August. Is it or is it not? It looks like it could be a pretty nice start here. Bill S., welcome in. The Gatsman, welcome. John Hall, good evening, brother. That guy, Finn, welcome. Darren White, I still have to respond to you on Telegram. I've been a little behind here the last couple days. Welcome in, mate. Miss Vicky, welcome in, love. Hey, Tommy, everybody. Awesome to see you in here. That guy, Finn, welcome in. He a funny dude like that. Lana, welcome in. Appreciate that. I'm feeling good, feeling good. Mr. Mac, welcome in. Long time. Shift TA, good evening. Chance Williams, good evening. Sea Dweller, Eric Campbell, welcome in. Capo, good evening. 1 month member in Tom's Army for Capo, as he's got the him being abducted by aliens. We've got Darren White with well over a year as well. I know that based on his emoji badge. And we've got a few others that are part of Tom's Army in here tonight as well, I see. Thank you very much for that support. Zam, welcome in. Mohammed, good evening. Harvey Boy, Bill S., Christopher Jason McDonald, always watching. I love that. Thank you very much. MSR Cold Rooms, good morning from Brisbane, Australia. Welcome in. David Kennedy, good evening. XRP 040 in the UK, no excuses to miss you live, brother. I appreciate that. Rob, welcome in. Jeffrey Varnum, welcome. Good evening. Mario Montana, good evening. That guy, Finn, I just got done watching the video you posted about the escrow, and then it saw you were live, so here I am, brother. I appreciate that, and that was a good video because it talks about the 400 million part of the escrow dump. We can go into that a little bit, but first we're going to have to talk about these charts hot and heavy because XRP really did have a really good close there with everything considering. AZ Marine, welcome in. Julian Cabrera, welcome in. Appreciate that. 18,000 subs next week. We'll see. It's definitely been picking up like crazy. I'll tell you that much. We were at 17,000 last Wednesday, and we went over. Well, I mean, I know we're over 17,600 now, so it's been pretty quick. K&J, welcome in from New Zealand. Pump the likes, y'all. What are we at? 86 people watching already. Wow. Thank you all so much. 56 likes. Make sure you hit that like button as it does help push the content. Are you worried about the decreasing developers on Algo? No, I'm not actually. But I've been talking about why I didn't start buying Algo until recently because I'm waiting for this descending pattern to form, and it just started. But look at XRP, folks. Right now in the 2 hourly, we had a death cross. And now we're trying to reverse that. And we held the liquidity dump down here. This is basically when the escrow was brought in. What do you think of XDC? Love it. You have to own it. XRP, XLM, XDC, the 3 X's. Own 12,222 tokens of XRP. I own the same in XDC and XLM, as I believe you should hold all 3 with the same amount of tokens. Don't disparage. So XRP here gets through the bull flag here, and this is in the 2 hourly. We can lower it into the 30 minutes so that it's easier to see what's actually transpired. Let me delete this real quick. Let's do it like so I can have this arrow. So XRP, we dumped that. We had this little push up. Remember we talked about before the escrow how a lot of times we'd have this weird push up just to come back down to our old support level. So we had a push up, had the escrow dump, and now we just came back through. All we did was touch the old support level. We actually triple bottomed here, which is kind of interesting. And the fact we held it is even better. But we've been playing off the most likely spot to bounce out would be at that 673 level. We didn't know if it'd bounce out there, if it could bounce out a little bit higher, but it played true through this entire bull flag. And now we've got XRP in a really interesting spot. We came down, we hit a triple bottom at the swing low of 673. We had a swing high of 937 at the top of this bull flag. We've had decreasing volume this entire time, which is a bullish divergence in the price action when in relation to volume on the dump. It signifies that we should have a bullish reversal as long as the buyers step in. Now what's transpired is we had the 1 billion escrow dump, which it was looming. There was nothing we could do until that passed. That passed, they only decided to take 200 million out of the billion, and they put 800 million back in escrow, which to me is a big deal because now the circulating supply, instead of going all the way up to 53.3 billion, it went from like 52.3 to 52.5. That's a big deal to me. So now we start forming after the escrow dump, and then we have a liquidity dump during it, is what I like to call it. We had some people that got nervous. They sold out during the little breakdown, and all we did was come back to the triple bottom. Now we broke out. Now, remember what we talked about the other day. First level here, we have to get up. Let me move this arrow. That's not irrelevant. That was when we were... This is the first area we need to break back above. So we're going to have to come up to about 735, maybe a little bit farther, to now break out of this area. That's the most honest thing we can say right now. It's the most honest thing. No, I was not expecting 800,000 to go back into escrow. I remember you said yesterday, Drew, I think it was yesterday you were in the stream. Maybe you said it in a comment. But I remember you said you expected a good portion to go back into escrow. And when I say my examples, I'm just saying if they take all 1 billion, it would take 47 months to finish the dump. But as everybody can see, it's not what media and what everybody seems to make it out to be. It may be inflationary, but only putting 200 million in the circulating supply. Did you see what they did, everybody? Here's the cool thing about this, and this goes unnoticed a lot of times. Let me get this out of the way. This goes unnoticed. Watch this. So watch. XRP token burn, and it wasn't a significant amount. It wasn't a significant amount. But when you compare it, so they did 247,000 tokens a few weeks ago. They've done, I think it's about, the total circulating supply went from 100 billion down to 99 point whatever billion. It doesn't seem like a lot, but when you only get 200 million coming out, every little bit of a burn helps bring it down a little bit to where you don't have as big of a carryover. We need more burning, though, of the token. But if it's utilized in the way that they're trying to explain it to us, it's of the opinion and of the theory that when we get into the right time of adoption, you would get an institution that, yes, there's 53 billion in circulating supply, or 52.5 billion now. But the theory is once you gain major adoption and you have big players, they might want to take, let's say they want to take 10 billion out of escrow and they sell it to an institution. Well, that could bring the circulating supply up to 63 billion, but those 10 billion are being picked up right away by the institution. Yes, it can inflate the market, but what it does is it doesn't allow for a parabolic spike while also decreasing the available XRP available to be inflated into the circulating supply. So that is the variable we don't know. How are they going to release some of these to the institutions? Once they get on board, it's going to be a crazy venture. Wow, everybody, 106 people in here tonight. That is fantastic. Being on here a little later, I cannot thank you all enough. 79 likes. Make sure to hit that like button, as it will greatly help push the content. It will help push it through the analytics, and it'll force YouTube to share it. Right now that we've cleared up the air with all of that, does everybody understand this real quick? Yes or no? Does that make sense? Hit like button, people. Thank you, Mel. Thank you for that, Mel. Drew, I said yes. Yep. I thought half and half. I thought half and half was a reasonable expectation as well. For them to only keep 20% of that into the circulating supply and lock up 800,000. Something's going on. They're expecting a move, I think. Craig Stevens, greeting from Africa. We have 50 people watching you live. Keep it up, my brother. Yeah, we have actually 109 people. You have 50 people. Wait a minute. You have 50 people in Africa watching me? Wow, if that's the case, that's incredibly awesome. Incredibly awesome. White Lotus, hold. This is the month, August. Thanks, Tom. And don't we have even though I don't talk about it, don't we have a full moon phase coming up? There's something, a new moon or something big is happening astrologically here in the next couple days. And the Fed, holy crap, this is big news. The Fed, watch this, Fed, they need another, the Fed's looking for a bailout, another Fed stimulus, basically. They're trying to create more stimulus for themselves. They're running out of money. No, we don't want stimulus payments. Fed, man, what do they call it? Inflation package. They're talking about passing another inflation thing. And it's like 1.1 trillion. Did anybody hear about this? Fed, 1.1 trillion. Damn, I read about it earlier. I'm not going to keep searching it. I'll look after. But they talked about the Fed is looking to pass another bill for 1.1 trillion for like an inflationary relief. That means that we're going back into quantitative easing like we said, and that's a huge catalyst for. Look at this W reversal forming here. This is fantastic. Showtime, Chris. Have a good night, my friend. Oh, wait a minute. Are you saying good night or have? If you're having a good night, sleep well, my friend. We're doing well here. I hope, and I appreciate you blessing everybody. Hoping everybody's doing well. Back from the casino, Russell says, "What's the news, Tom? Hopefully you didn't get wrecked at the casino and you bet within your limits. It's important." Marcus says 2 full moons. Christopher Jason tonight in Ontario, which means we'll have it here in Michigan. It looks like then. Interesting. Bill S. Welcome in. Love the hearts and the smile. Blue Moon Double, 31 August. That's bullish. Thank you, Messi. A lot of information being shared just in chat right now. I love when you guys carry the conversation here. Regan, Tom for a bull run. You never know. Talking of another inflation. Yes, thank you. That's it. Inflation Reduction Act. Thank you so much. Oh my God, you just saved the day. Because this would be so bullish for crypto because they're going to take this money and they need to make money. So they dump it in the... Listen, this is the truth. Not a lot of people will tell you this. So when they pass these packages where we got to pay the freaking taxes on and we mortgage our kids' future, what they're doing here is they're going to print, if they do another 1.1 trillion, they'll take a portion of that and they'll buy our own debt. They'll buy our own debt. But what they'll do is they'll throw money into the stock market and crypto and they'll pump up a particular sector and they'll make a shitload of money off it. That's what they always do. And then they somehow, some way, artificially fix the T-bill situation. They bring down the 3, 5, and 10-year yield all of a sudden. So the Inflation Reduction Act. Everybody wants to know how much money they're going to get. Free electric bank. I want to know the amount, though. Oh, what is that? Inflation Reduction Act, which will be Inflation Reduction Act, 1.1 trillion QE package. That's what it was. Quantitative easing. QE. And everybody, this is important. I know we got to get back to the chart, and we will, but remember, we got 8 minutes to kill until the end of the, see, they're probably not even going to talk about this because it's just being proposed. They've passed so much damn stuff that the news can't even keep up with this anymore. All right, well, anyhow, that's what they're talking about. They're talking about passing 1.1 trillion in an what is it? The Inflation Reduction Act. So if they do that, guess what, everybody? It's going to cause this market to artificially rise. It is what it is. The Greg Manarino Market Watch Indicator, or the MMRI, or the Manarino Market Risk Indicator was at 255, and then they announce all of this. Every time it goes over 250, it ends up coming right back down. Can we start a Tom's XRP top-up act? That would be interesting. Tom is bull run specialist. Let's fucking go. Corian Concepts, welcome in. Corian Concepts, he talks about Quorum. He's approaching 800 subscribers if he hasn't already passed it now. I haven't looked to see in the last week to see how many subscribers, just been watching the content. But he's definitely been building. He's homegrown. He's getting closer to that 1,000 goal on YouTube, everybody. Very, very close. Very close. So I appreciate all the work you do, Quorum Concepts. I really do. Really do. If anybody wants to show me support, I would love to see more people in Tom's Army. I see a bunch of people in here, a few people in Tom's Army. Or you can send a YouTube super chat, but I don't do paid promotion, advertising, or paid sponsorships of any kind. I don't have any paywalls because I want you to get all the information, period. So we're going to move this here just so it's out of the way. But look at XRP right now. We're about to have a daily close. Look what we did in the daily. It's brilliant. It's brilliant. During the 1 billion dump, which only ended up being 200 million, they put 800 million back into escrow. Richard, welcome in. Jake Kill, what's a good size bag? Bless you. I personally think when you're building up your tokens, 10,000 tokens is a nice threshold. So like me personally, I have 12,222 XRP at 346. And then we've got XLM, XDC, same weight. Got VeChain, ZIL, 22,222 tokens, DGB, 62,222, HBAR, 10,057, Casper, right now we're up to 3,030, but we're doing FOMO Fridays, $50 a week to get Casper. That's how we got HBAR as a community as well. It took us 9 weeks, $527, but we got our HBAR taken care of. We're doing Winners Wednesday, which is tomorrow, $75 a week to buy Algo, as it's on its way down. So we've got 1,300 Algo right now, but I believe Algo's in its down phase right now. So that's why we're starting our Winners Wednesdays right now. We hit HBAR right in the flow we needed to. So that's my philosophy. So even though we can't accumulate anymore, if you've got my philosophy with XRP, not saying under $1 is bad, not saying if you haven't bought you can't do it, but under our philosophy of selling out in the end of the bull market at $1.66 with all of our cryptos that we owned and taking a leap of faith back, and I only had like 1,000 subscribers. So our channel's over 17 times bigger now. So it definitely holds more weight, as I almost dropped my water. But we waited, and that's how we started acquiring. XRP is out of our range right now. I have a plan. Once it gets 20% below your buy-in, your average, that's where you buy in more if you get the chance. But you have to have your allotted amount. I wanted 10,000 of what I've talked about. I have a little bit more of some. With DGB, I bought 10,000 tokens in the bull run at 5 cents in 2021. Sold it at 15. I bought it in the bear market at 0062, 62,222 tokens. You know, that's how I like to do things. So I don't get worked up with, oh, crypto never moves. Oh, crypto is such a blah, blah. Oh, man, XRP is just sitting here. No, I'm taking this as we're taking this to advantage. We're taking it to an advantage here. We sold out and bought most of our crypto anywhere between 90% and in some cases Algo, DGB, and a few others over 99% off. Or 96% for Algo, 99% plus on DGB. From the bull market. So we're not worried about these short-term moves like this right now. With XRP, everybody, when are you going to sell, Tom? When are you going to sell? This isn't even in the area. And the reason why is look at the opportunity you have by buying down here. Even if it comes all the way through, right now if we were to sell, you have to pay a 35% capital gains tax. And everybody overlooks that in the USA. One, because I don't think a lot of people trading crypto actually make profit. Just from what I read in the comments a lot of times. Not saying in this community necessarily, but as a whole, the message I receive is when people are like, why don't you buy and sell, buy and sell? not even putting into their head on that 3,500. I actually had about 4,700 before the push up. It turned into about, right now it's at about 11,000. I always say 5,000 I put into it because it was a little under 5, but now that we're doing FOMO Fridays and stuff, it's starting to get close. And I'm very transparent, like everybody knows. So, like, sure, $4,700 basically put in. And yeah, I could sell out, but it's one of those things, everybody. And I'll make sure that nobody can see this, and I only show it for a very brief second. Very brief second when I do this. So, basically, that is what it's turned into right now. And you're going to have to reverse it yourself. But that's it. That's the only time I'm going to show it. But I show it sometimes on the live when I'm making a point. So right now that 47 is up to about 11,800. And we haven't done nothing. That's basically where I was at in the entire bull run. My 30, what did I have a total of? 3,700 total going into the bull run in 2021. And now it's up to Kyle Kupiak. Welcome in. Cape Cod Kyle from Massachusetts, not Florida. I got it right tonight, Kyle. I got it right. I know it. But now we're basically where we were at in the bull run in 2021, and XRP was at $1.66, folks. XRP is only at 70.8 cents. Right now we're up just where it's at. We're up over 100% is the point. We're up 101% right now. So, yes, you could sell. You could take the what did we spend? $3,500. You can take your $7,000, be very happy, and with your equated crypto, you could surely take it. But what I'm saying is if you're in a bull flag and we have a 2-year momentum buildup, we're in the weekly time frame, almost 3 since November of 2020, when we did not have a golden cross since November of 2021. We have a cup and handle pattern that if we take a look at as well, and I'll finish my point here, we have this cup and handle pattern that is already necessarily, it doesn't need to go down any farther. We caution it by saying it could come back down to the 585, which was the pattern double top breakout. That 6133 was a broadening wedge. I don't have it in there because it makes it too constricted in here and it makes it hard to read. But with this cup and handle that form now, and the golden cross in the weekly that is right where it's circled. So this is the first weekly golden cross we've had now since November of 2020, and that would be the 20 crossing the 200 in a positive direction using the exponential moving averages, and I use the 20, 50, 100, 200. So now we go back to the daily. We can clearly see this cup and handle formed. We can come all the way down, and some would say this is where you would stop, but if you bring it into the 4 hourly, there is one area, yes, in the daily, that's a beautiful spot where we've already stopped. But I always caution that if we do break down, what could be the possibility of why we would break down farther? And to me, it's this area right here. See where we dropped right here? Yes, it's a little bit farther than this area, but it gets you in between here. This 585 area. You could come down farther as well and try to re-break the top, but if you do the weekly inverted right arm, it brings you into this area as well. But it's also a retest on the double top breakout. So, and that's the cup and handle where you could say, well, it technically formed in this area. So, where's it going to bounce? I argue, too, that it could have been just that push down that we've had. Because technically, if you look at it in the daily and don't have it smaller and you just look at full bodies, it technically speaks to the fact, well, the biggest point of a drop here is right where we built this bullish the bullish uptrend on the bull flag. It's right here. This is exactly where we'd come down to. So if we don't lose this bull flag, it would mean we would not have to come down farther. If we lose the bull flag, we're definitely going to have to come down farther, but we already know where it's at. If we don't pass this uptrending resistance that was formed with this symmetrical triangle on the breakout of the bull flag, we can't go anywhere. See, that's where we can't get ourselves messed up emotionally. This run right now is meaningless. It's jacked, you know what, it's horse manure. But we've reversed what could be a death cross here in the 2 hour that was just formed. We could be reversing that very quickly, as you can see. We had our daily close, we reversed back over. So now we've invalidated that death cross. As of now, that's invalidated. As of right now, we've invalidated the death cross on the 2 hour time frame, which is very important because that's the short-term trend reversal starting to happen. You see we have a perfect Gartley formed here right now if it happens. Perfect. Right on the 673 triple bottom support. But you can see it even in the short term. What are we building though? We talked about if we make this formation and bounce out of here, this is the most bullish you can possibly be. I mean, now we're filming what looks like a W right here if it bounces out. That would be so. This is a super bullish pattern right now if it can hold and get the volume. Yes, we can break down. Yes, it's possible. But I keep prefacing in the daily time frame, and this is something that continues to bother me if I'd say we're going to break down. And we've given the target, so we know. That's more than a 50% probability you would see sub 60 cents again. Just hate to break it to everybody. But if we break up and this breaks out over $1 and we start consolidating higher than that chance, if we break out of here, the chances of going sub 50 and 40 become monumentally less. But as of right now, prior to a breakout, it's over 50% chance. On a breakdown, you would see 100% certainty if we lose the bull flag that you're going sub 60. But right now, with everything I'm saying, I think it's a bear trap. That's why I kept saying hold the line. Even if we come down and have to buy 20% below 346, so be it. We got so much room. We've got XRP by the fortuitous grotesques. That's how it goes. We didn't wait 2.5 years of being liquidated almost, or 2 years in XRP's case, to just get rid of it now. That's why I said in 2021, let's take our profit, made 12 grand almost when you put it all together. Let's build up our central bank holdings, which means precious metals when it was going down, and let's take advantage of it. Crypto is going to tank, and precious metals are going to tank, and let's take advantage of it. Let's get out of crypto, and let's buy precious metals when it's down. Make sure we have our 5,000 to the side from we buy back, because that is the buyback plan. Everybody says, well, why do you only do 5,000? Because I believe that's a honest amount that most people that watch me might be able to achieve with their investment. If they can only do 10% of that and do 500, they can do it in increments. I think 5,000 is a great number, and there's going to be many people that do way more and say, Tom, that's not enough money to spend, and I say, I'll bet you. Let's see who comes out. Let's see what happens with the 5,000 and then building profits on the precious metals and becoming your own central bank like I've taught you since March of 2021. We'll see how it plays out, but what I can tell you is what is one thing. Anybody who's here for any length of time, what's one thing I don't have to do that most people do because of how I do things? Anybody who's been here for any length of time should be able to answer this. Mocha, I appreciate that. The GOAT for XRP. How about that? I thank you for that. Now, I definitely don't BS people, but there's one thing that I don't have to do that most people have to do every morning. H-bar is a great buy at the moment. We actually did FOMO Fridays for 9 weeks, ending 2 weeks ago. Yes, Darren. Yes, go to work. I don't go to work, and it's not because of YouTube. Oh, yeah, playing with house money. Exactly, Kyle. That's the big part, but I can do this and focus because I'm not going to a 9 to 5 because I taught myself the charts. I figured out how to invest through the stock market, took those profits, turned myself into my own central bank. And now every time I have major profits when a bull market ends, it goes into precious metals during the bottom of a run. But look, what did I tell everybody about Bitcoin? Remember, who told everybody the pattern of Bitcoin? I told everybody it's not a bull flag. It's what? A broadening wedge. And I said everybody who goes short is going to get wrecked. Because the broader market and the broader Twitter and YouTube kept saying we broke our bull flag. And I said, no, we haven't. In fact, even on a breakdown, you don't have to worry, even if you come all the way to the bottom of the channel, if it's just a wick and it closes above on the daily. And what happened? We came right back down to the bottom of the breakout of the channel for Bitcoin, and we closed above. So it's just a wick like we talked about. Nothing to see here. Big bullish divergence as well. And now look, you create this inverted head. It just happened a little bit farther over from where I said, and look at this. It went down just a tad bit farther. But we talked about it. That's standard operating procedure on a daily candle to come down there as long as it closes above. And if it breaks down, we still know the target's 25,194. But look is it not creating our inverted head we talked about and actually did a better job? So as we've diagnosed a long time ago, I believe this is a broadening wedge pattern. So we knew it was going to try to create some kind of formation here. If it comes out and does this, that could bounce out of here with a very big reversal here. We could be in the makings here. I think this could be a very big bear trap. I think we have to base it on what's going on with the market and the fact that we are begging for a $1.1 trillion quantitative, basically a Inflation Reduction Act or a bailout to the economy. But look, Bitcoin broadening wedge is defined by 2 hits on resistance, so 2 higher highs and 2 lower lows successfully. Low, so support, resistance, support. A low, a lower low, resistance, resistance, high, higher high, low, lower low, lower low, came back here, another low. But look, we hit resistance perfectly. Now look what's happening. Flushed everybody out like we said. We had our plus minus area was to come back to the bottom of the channel. This stuff is so easy when you start to be able to put the puzzle pieces together. Now it looks like we created a big head formation possibly here and a W reversal on the way. If this is the case, Bitcoin gets back over 30,000 here. Everybody who went short just got wrecked. Just like I predicted. Because they're saying we're in a bull flag and it's not. A broadening wedge pattern is a neutral continuation pattern. You come up bullish, you're going to have a big correction and it makes it look bearish. Then you come back up, like we did here, just to flush back out. This confirmed right here, support, this confirmed the broadening wedge, which told us the technical target was down here. The overextension was to hit the channel breakback. That's the support of the channel. That is completely normal in a daily candle to wick down and hit that old support. There's a lot of buyers at 28,500 or 400 area or 600, whatever it ended up in this area. And that's why we circled it back here too. We knew that that was a strong area. So to come back here was not anything. We said, come down, unless it gets rejected in the daily, we're not worried. And in the daily, look what happened. We popped up. Why do I say this? Because when they disguise it, you have to follow what's actually happening. We're not in a cycle where I think we're going to tighten anymore. I don't. So with that being said, am I wrong? Is my cheese sliding off the cracker, so to say? Am I so far off base my cheese has fallen off the cracker? If you understand what I'm saying? Or am I spot on? Did we hit a bullseye here? Is this a broadening wedge with Bitcoin? And are the masses getting it wrong, saying we broke out of a pennant flag? We did not. This is not a bull flag. This is a well-disguised broadening wedge that if you don't understand technical analysis, you're just going to draw out a bull flag. Everybody does it. Want to see what they do? Everybody does it. Everybody does it. You know why? Because it's easy. It's easy. We'll take here full of support. We'll say these are overextended wicks, right? And they'll do something like that. And then they'll say, oh, well, you know what? We can go anywhere and create the bull flag. So now you can come anywhere. Literally. You're not held hostage because you're just saying, remember, these are just wicks. Completely not even acknowledging the fact that a broadening wedge was created on 2 higher highs. Now we come here and we're like, hey, what makes this fit our agenda? So if it was me in the 4 hourly, I would just grab it from here and I would say, hey, I'm cloning it. Hey, look, everybody, it came back into the bull flag after a breakdown. Look, see, I was right. That's not a proper formation, though. What's the rest of the variables that happened here? It's much more than just saying we fell out of a pennant flag. I think that's lazy. I really do. If you want to see a pennant flag, go no farther than your baby, our baby, XRP. Does this look like the same pattern as Bitcoin, or does this look like a real bull flag? A horizontal support, and we put this down right here for the 4 hourly because that could happen in case it came down. But it didn't have to. Our best opportunity was the swing low, which created a double bottom at 673, which this has always been right here, but we moved it down so that we could see. That's why this is the best opportunity to bounce out. The 673 swing low, we created a triple bottom here. A triple bottom. We don't want to come back down and keep testing it. But right now, this is not looking bearish. But you see the difference between Bitcoin's broadening wedge and XRP's bull flag? And we'll take this off for now, just so I don't confuse you. Because it is a horizontal support. And this 673, let me thin this line out a little bit. It's there, but just so it's not in the way of the bull flag. So that's the horizontal support that created the bull flag. That's a real bull flag. That's a flat support that we determined before it ever came back down there and hit. We said this could be the spot. If not, it would be 65 cents. Well, the horizontal support held. It hit a third time. Does that look like the same pattern? I'm going to ask you all. Does that look like the same pattern as Bitcoin? Please. Is that the same pattern? Am I loony? Have I gone Looney Tunes here? Or is this a completely different pattern? I'm telling you, this is a bear trap. And I told everybody, don't go short here on Bitcoin. I mean, how can they even say it's not the exact same? What do you mean? Capo, that's not the exact same. This is a broadening wedge, my friend. I mean, I don't know, but that's why I bring it out. I do my own technical and wow, 152 people listen to me. Holy smokes. I greatly appreciate everybody tuning to me, even at 8:14 p.m. here. 136 likes. Make sure you hit the like button. I would greatly appreciate it. Even if Bitcoin goes to die, you know the death scenario. You get rejected here. We didn't get rejected yet. Right now it looks like nothing. Yeah, we hit 320 viewers yesterday. But remember, it was a different time. Yesterday I came on earlier. If I come on earlier, there'll be more people. The later I come on, you got to remember I'm on the East Coast and a lot of people watch me in the USA. So it's already 8:12 here. I'm absolutely thrilled with everybody who's here. 2:15 a.m. for Darren. Welcome in. I don't own any Bitcoin either. I never have. I never will unless I used to have to pay for something. I believe Bitcoin is like crypto 1.0. The ISO tokens and the IoT, which are the Internet of Things, are crypto 2.0. Bitcoin's gonna, I don't know if it'll be an altcoin, so to say, but you know, it's gonna be something. They have a lot of nefarious reasons to keep Bitcoin around as well. So, oh, nice. Oh, it looks good.
It looks like me.
Yeah, I like your dyed hair like that. It looks good. Yeah, if you go short now, this would be the worst time. I mean, let's be honest. No, Capo, it's not the same. I agree. Hey, Tom, let's say that the bull flag on XRP plays out. If so, how many XRP, or how many would you say it would take to hit 130? Okay, so to hit $1.30. So here's what we were talking about earlier. Remember when I said I wouldn't sell in this area and everybody's like, where's the first opportunity? Which I wouldn't sell in the next area either. But to me, when you're in these formations, we went through all of that to just finish with this. With the potential targets here on this bull flag breakout, we're looking firmly right now where it's at. We can take this target away because it didn't break out anywhere on the way. We're looking firmly at 114.84 on this breakout if it pushes up. Keep in mind, you have a swing mid-tier range that we have to break of 85.20. But first, we can't even start thinking that we're having a breakout until we break the symmetrical triangle uptrend and resistance that was formed on the failed symmetrical triangle. You have to overrun that support area. So we have to get back over 744 and hold, basically, is what I'm trying to say. Until you get over this, or 743, it's useless. We need to get over that right now. You get over that and start pushing, now we've got a chance. Now we've got a legitimate chance to break out. XRP's in a very good spot right now, though. The fact we survived Escrow, we survived the liquidity dump, hit a triple bottom here. Wells Fargo Treasury Manager yesterday said XRP would go to $100 to $500, as somebody mentioned Russell. I mean, if it goes there, God bless us all. If it's at $100, you know, on 10,000 tokens, I think we can all do the math. That's $1 million. If it went up to $500 in 7 months, you'd have $5 million on 10,000 tokens. Her logic is not bad, but the timing for that to play out, I think that's still closer to a 2028 proposition. In that scenario, you would need every single financial institution, every single bank, and every mediary to be off the old HTML framework of the old Swift. She's also not acknowledging that Ripple and Swift have a partnership. The Swift GPI is in existence, but they're using Ripple for added ODL liquidity, on-demand liquidity, and to get it there back and forth when they need it. This is a lower cost option. That's already in the works. That's already been done. So she's acting like Ripple is going to take 10% of their clientele. That's not the case. They're working hand in hand with Swift. Yes, that's going to bring them liquidity, but you can't gain the liquidity by saying you're bringing it from them. Here's a question. Let's play devil's advocate. Bitcoin looks good right now, but what if it rejects 29,800, which looks like it is, and comes back down heading to 27,000? What would that do to XRP? I mean, that's all speculation what it would do for XRP, because XRP, are we saying XRP is still on the outside of the bull flag? I mean, XRP is going to tell us it all. Forget Bitcoin right now. We can look at Bitcoin as well, but when you're looking at the XRP pattern, you can't say that Bitcoin's getting ready to reject here. That is not sound logic here. You have an overly bullish candle here on the 4 hour. By what definition are we breaking down here? I'm not sure what you're talking about. If you're talking about like the 1 minute time frame, you got to go way farther out of the 30 minute right now. The 30 minute even looks good. I'm not sure what you're talking about. Everything looks good here on Bitcoin. This looks like a bona fide start of a breakout possibly. 30,800 is not even or 29,800 doesn't do any. I don't even look at that as a real resistance. I think it's going to fly right through that cup and handle and just come up to the 30,000, which was the old CME gap and also the channel resistance. XRP right now, though, you can't really dictate it on Bitcoin, but it is moving in sync. You want Bitcoin to move up. Bitcoin moves up, it validates it. Oh, Mel, the 15-minute time frame. I don't know, man. The 15. No, that's not looking bad. What do you mean? Right now, it doesn't look bad. You got to give this candle much more time. That's a great candle so far. To be honest with you, that doesn't look bad right now. It's exactly what we did on this candle. Give it a minute. Now, if you're going to have to correct that at some point and validate the breakout attempt. But right now, when it comes to Bitcoin, and this is what XRP is doing. See how we've had in the 15? We had a golden cross here. Now what XRP has to do to continue this move. Oh, no problem, Cobb. I try to do this every day for as many people as I can because I believe it's very important. Now XRP has to have a consolidation candle. It has to. So you're either going to hold here at 702, you'll have an overrun to 699 real quick, or 6998, just to overthrow people. This is trying to confirm a short-term pattern reversal in the 15. It's the quickest of time frames to see if you're reversing. Golden cross here. We're trying to have a formation that brings us up to the weekly golden cross. Right now, we're not even to the 15 yet. Or now we are. So now the 15 we're trying to hold. Which on a hold, you guessed it, at 699 is what? See how this lines up? The 30-minute would be the hold of support on the 30, or if it holds up here at 703, it would hold a 200-day in the 30, which means that golden cross is confirmed either way if we can break back up. Next up would be to complete the golden cross here. I came on at a really good time, like I usually do, because it's the most action-packed spot we could possibly have in the entire day. XRP holders, I'll take that a step farther. Not just XRP holders. Remember, we're doing this in unity. It's not just XRP. Yes, I'm XRP future millionaire. My biggest love is XRP. But the ISO tokens, the IoT tokens, Internet of Things, you must pay attention to. You must pay attention to. XRP, XLM, XDC, it shouldn't even be a second thought. You own one, you own all three, same amount of tokens. Don't even think twice about it. And that's my message. I've never changed. But right now with XRP, we're going through the small cycles here. So what we're going to do together, and I don't even know how to properly thank everybody. Right? We have 152 people in here, and it's 8:22 p.m. I mean, just the fact that no matter when I come on, there's 150 people now plus. Some days, like yesterday, over 300 because I came on earlier. It was just one of those days. This is just becoming a more routine thing, and I can't thank everybody enough. There's nothing that makes me happier than to see people appreciate what I do, because I honestly believe in what I do. I really do. I believe this is our last chance in human history to get it right, and I've been saying it since 2021. Yeah, Hamza, keep stacking, my brother. Hamza, where was your comment? Let me go back up. Scotty, every major bank in the world is going to be utilizing XRP here in Canada. The on-ramp gateway was in 2013. The guy who set it up is Taylor. Interesting. Thank you for that. Taylor, or Hamza, I don't have a lot of money, but I buy what I can up to 801 XRP 7. Oh, that's beautiful. Listen, he's doing it right. This is what I'm saying. Even if you've only got $200, $300, $400, $500 to work with. He's got right now 801 XRP, 700 XLM, 700 XDC. Just very quickly, let's say, just for the hell of it, Hamza, somehow XRP, not somehow, but in one day, XRP is just at $10. You bought 800 shares. That's $8,000 at $10. Now, with the proper equation, you would have XLM somewhere around $3 in that scenario. So you got, we'll say 700 more of those. That's another 2,100. Now you would have XDC in that same scenario. Now notice we're talking maybe into 2025, 2028. We don't know when, but when that time comes, now you say another about, it's 1/3. So we got about $1 for that. That's another 700. So basically what I'm telling you is you basically turned in what you're doing right now into over $12,000 if it goes to those levels. And that's just right now, and you're still accumulating. So don't think it's chump change to just have 8. It's not just. A lot of people don't even know about these. Some people are going to have just, like you're saying, 800, but it's going to cost them $4, $5, $6 to buy where it costs you 30, 40, 50, 60 cents. That's a big score for you. Right now, I'll put it in perspective. I have a company called B2 Gold. B2 Gold is at $3.39. I've got 700 shares of B2 Gold. I'm very happy with it. Cost me well over $2,000. My point is just because some of us are talking about more XRP than what you have, don't be discouraged. You are doing it so perfectly, I can't even describe it to anybody watching. Who's ever watching, take what he's doing into account. 800 XRP, 700, let me pull this back up. This actually makes me very happy, Hamza. You actually made my day by actually saying this, by the way you broke it down. Because you've said, Hamza, you don't have a lot of money, but you broke it down. You have 801 XRP, 700 XLM, 700 XDC. It's brilliant. That's beautiful. And, we're not here to spout off either and bragging like, oh, we've got 9 billion of them. I've got this many or that many. To me personally, I don't care how many you have. I care about your honest commitment to the community, the way you're going to present yourself, and the way that you're going to help pick some people up and show them that this is an opportunity. That's an opportunity right there. He's got an opportunity. He didn't buy him in the bull market. He's buying it in a bear market. This is how your fortunes change. So I say positivity over negativity. Positivity over negativity. Adobo, only 20 years old have. Don't say only. Everybody say it proudly. I have. Don't say only. That cheating's what you're doing. I used to do that when I first started out in investing. Once I said I acquired, I own, I invested in, it changed my whole philosophy. It's not only. You've already set yourself up for the future. You're only 20. You're only 20. So you're only 20, but you've acquired already. You've invested 900 XRP, 1200 XLM, 1000 H bar. Beautiful. That's beautiful. Beautiful. Hey, there's nothing wrong with holding Shiba. Shiba's got its own with the Shibarium and all that good stuff. Shiba is on our targeted buy list. I've got a little bit of it, but not much. Only, I think, $100 right now. But hey, I'm new and have 300 XRP. Nice. That's good. You're starting out here. Hey, you're starting out. And now listen, to the advice for anybody who's just starting out, this is my way that it really changed my life with this philosophy. If you buy in a spot where you feel is a good spot, it's now your job, whether you have the $500 you start with, now it's your job for when it goes 20% below, you need to have 20% of that $500. So basically what I'm telling you is you're going to have $100 for when it goes 20% below your buy-in. That is your mission. And I used to tell people, if you could collect cans, if you can do anything you have to do, put yourself in a position for when it dumps down again. Tom, could you maybe do a video about your portfolio allocation? Don't need to see that. Yeah. Yes, I actually say it every single day, to be honest with you. I always do. Yep, I always do. So listen, I always talk about it. Right now, I have 12,222 tokens of XRP, XLM, XDC. We all know where I can't buy XRP until. And I don't really want to say the buy-in prices. I can, but then that's whatever. So then I have 22,222 ZIL and VeChain. I've got 62. You know what? I might as well just tell you the buy-ins because then you know where I have to buy it. XRP, 12,222 at 346. Can't buy it until 20% below my buy-ins. Remember that. XLM, 12,222 tokens at around 6.6. XDC, 12,222 tokens at 2.9. VeChain and ZIL, 22,222 tokens, approximately 1.4 cents. DGB, 62,222 tokens at 0.062. I've got HBAR, 10,057 tokens at roughly 5.2, so 5.2 cents. We've got Casper, just under 4 cents, 3,300 right now. We've got 1,333 algo around 10.8, 10.9. That's my allocation right now. I can't buy anything besides what I'm accumulating. And what I mean by accumulating, anything under 10,000 tokens is what I cover on FOMO Fridays, which is Casper right now, $50 a week. And then on Winners Wednesday, we buy $75 a week in algo. So for me, right now I have to have $125 a week to accumulate. I'm not always going to need that much. But right now, because of what I'm doing, I need that much. But I've got a lot left over in my portfolio for my Faraday bag, as I call it. In case it goes 20% under, if it never does, I can continue to buy the ones that are still 96% off, like Algo, as it continues to break down as it was, or as it continues to go up until we have our 10,000 allocation. And then once I get the average, can't buy it again until it goes 20% lower. That is my strategy that has done me well over the years. It's allowed me. I started off investing $500 back in 2017, 2018. Now you see my portfolio. I've got the commodities. I've got, that my commodities is $5,000 for itself. Right now I've only allocated about $3,500 between Fortuna Silver Mines and B2 Gold. My precious metals allocation, that goes on profits or monthly. As long as the silver ratio is 80-1, I'll buy a little bit of silver. But right now, prices have come up a lot, so I mainly focus on silver, nothing gold related. My plan with precious metals is I buy it at 80-1, and the reason I do that is because then I can sell it back for gold at the 40-1 ratio. So then I can keep 40 ounces of my silver, and I get an ounce of gold. That's the biggest kept secret in the history of precious metals, I believe. So yeah, that's transparency for you. And I remember it all. So, I mean, you can ask me, I can tell you. Corn Pop, thanks for the first donation of the night. $1.99 donations. I really appreciate that. I greatly appreciate that. Full moon tonight, indeed there is. I mean, I don't put a lot of stock necessarily into it. I just think it's cool to see what's actually lining up astrologically. So, it's a numbers game, folks. It's definitely a numbers game. So we're going to like this. What do you guys think about my breakdown portfolio-wise? And as you know, IOTA still eludes me. Very hard to buy in the USA, not in USDT, and I won't buy stuff in USDT. I still need Theta is in the Internet of Things. I still need Filecoin, which is in the Internet of Things, but it's so expensive that I don't know if I'll get around to those. You have to take what you firmly want first, and then you go from there. So with XRP, we're just killing time here. I'm going to like this cannabis. It's legal where I live in the great state of Michigan. So as we know with XRP, likely going to get it dumped maybe to about 70 cents, or we could hold the 200-day here at about 703, which actually lines up with the 15-minute golden cross. We knew this was happening, this consolidation, because we're following the pattern. So I appreciate everybody who's tuning in. ATK, welcome to Tom's Army. Wow. Hey, Tom, what is the difference when we're talking about Tom's Army and the subscription? I have the $9.99 subscription. How does the $99? Oh, yeah. That one, I created that because somebody said they wanted to show me the support, the $99.99. The only thing I do with that one is if you're part of that and everybody except for one person declined it, I'll send an XRP token out. Every single month, if you're part of it, I'll send you a different XRP token. I'm not even kidding. But, I mean, to pay $100 a month, I think you could just go out and buy your own XRP token if you want. But that there's one person who's paying that wants to show that support because they felt like I should have more people who were in Tom's army. So what was I going to do? I wasn't going to say no. And that person has been doing that for over a year, FYI. Over a year. One person paying $99.99. But I don't offer anything except for if you're in Tom's army. I created this for everybody who's showed me the support over the years or over the time I've been on YouTube who joined Tom's army. This is just what I created in here. We've got just what we talk in here. So I mean, I don't know, there's 122 people in this, there's 200 in the other one. But that comes with if you're a part of Tom's army, but that's not, I don't promote it like that. That's just my thank you to you, but I don't offer anything over the top. If you're joining Tom's army, all my content is for free. I don't have time to create separate content, and I don't feel like charging because it's not in me. I'm not charging anybody any kind of it. I'm not charging anybody for anything. That's it. I'm not charging anybody for anything. I've been criticized over the years, and everybody said when you got bigger, wait till you get to 10,000 or 15,000 subscribers. The money they throw at you will change. But honestly, no. I like to do it like this. I believe everything comes full circle, and if I teach enough people, when we're all very, very wealthy, does it really matter about those puny, all pay for this behind my firewall? No, I'd rather as many people as possible have the information. And then if you want to pay it forward by sending a YouTube super chat or joining Tom's army, that's on you. But by no means will I ever expect a dime out of anybody. What I will expect is for you to hit the like button for my content, subscribe, and share it. And comment. That's it. That's all I ask. A lot of people are very generous, and it helps pull it, make the world go round. On donations, I used to do it on my phone. When so many people joined my army, I bought this tablet. It was just over $1,000. I used my profits in the beginning because I said I better put out some better content if everybody's going to be joining. And then as I got bigger, I said my content sucks. My delivery is not as good. I'm not embracing. I was more like I was pushing people away. So it was a big journey for me. Big journey over the years. But like I said, how do I chat? Yeah. So ATK, this is beautiful. Send me an email. I'll put it in the chat. I'm going to put it in the chat real quick. I have my phone set up. strutrugali@gmail.com. What the? It should just have a link. What is going on here? Okay, I guess you're going to have to type it. But it's strutrugali@gmail.com. If you send me an email, if you're part of the army, just tell me your name in the army. And I'll put you right in. Hamza, you've been showing my videos to your coworkers. I actually got one guy to buy. Excellent. Just make sure you guys understand the philosophy. If you just start watching my content, it does take a little bit of time to get in the flow. But right now, everybody's probably like, why do you just sit in this spot? We need to see if we can hold this golden cross in the 15. And you see, we knew we were coming down here. It's just a matter of being patient, folks. You don't have to trick yourself. Sean Crothers, my main man from Maine. Welcome in. Awesome, ATK. Just send me a message, and I'll send you that after the stream, I promise. And thank you so much for joining Tom's Army. You have made my night. You have legitimately made my night. So, Sean, you're just tuning in. We're looking, because we had a golden cross here in the 15. We're looking to see if this can be validated. It can only be validated with the hold here or even a quick wick down and hold at about 6991. You'll sell 10K if XRP gets to $10. I don't think that's a bad idea. I think you have to have it broken down in a way for when XRP does, because eventually it's going to run. Eventually XRP is going to run more than we've ever seen it. I don't think the all-time high is forever going to be $3.40 or $3.42 or whatever it was at. Trading with J. Rye. Hey, Tom, what considered the golden cross? Oh, so the golden cross. I apologize, everybody. I didn't say what it is. So the golden cross. So using the exponential moving averages. So depending on what time frame you're in, it's always the same. The 20-day is the red. The 50 is the orange. This light bluish green is the 100-day. This is the 200-day. What you need is a bullish move where the 20 will come from below and push through the 200-day. That's a short-term trend reversal. They call it a bullish cross. And then the 20 cross and 50 is the bullish cross. Some say we've had a full-blown bullish divergence. I like to call it a golden cross. And then if it comes down through in a bearish way, it's a death cross. What Bitcoin did prior to the breakout, which we knew it could come down to the bottom of the channel because we're on a broadening wedge, and that would have been an acceptable overreach. Excuse me. Oh, you guys are talking within the chat. Yep, 20 through the 200. Yes, sir, 20 through the 200. So this red line coming through the dark blue J red. That's how you do it with the exponential moving averages, the EMA lines. Because I like to do it based on the 20, 50, 100, 200. So it can go between 20-day and up to 200-day. So it's showing you the entire moves. That's the only real indicator you'll see me use besides the volume, because volume's important. Hey, Tom, what size are you using? What do you mean? What size am I using? To view the charts like this? Oh, what, the site? This is TradingView. And it's free, look. I don't pay for this. So they'll always advertise on here and be like, oh, because I like to show everybody the free versions of things. No, it's not dropping. We've explained this. XRP needs to hold the 20-day or the 200-day here on the golden cross on the 15. And you can see it on the 30-minute. The 200 days right here, but if it comes through, it would be a 20-day hold right here. It's all lining up. You need these. You need these, ladies and gentlemen. If there's one thing that grinds my gears is once we have a little pump up and we start to consolidate, everybody just thinks it's over. It's not even close to over yet. But we are forming as lower low, so we have to take that into account. Ready? That's why I want us to bust out here. That's why we need to hold this bullish, or the golden cross here, and come down here likely, get that nice bounce so we can start bouncing a little bit higher. Right now what we formed is a high, lower high, lower high. So you don't want to be forming these lower highs. Looks great every bounce up, but it is forming a lower high right now. That can be trend exhaustion as well, remember. If we start doing this, but the fact that it keeps hanging out on the outside of the bull flag tells us we could be exhausting the sellers as well. The odds of XRP being more than Bitcoin at this point where the price is 0. And you don't need it to be. See, listen, everybody. Let me tell you a quick secret. Everybody always gets you to go to their channel. 25,000 XRP per token, 10,000 per... We don't need that. What we're trying to build, what I'm teaching you, you don't need that. They say that because they're trying to get you to watch. I say what I say because I want you to succeed. I'm not going to lie to you. All you need XRP to do is hit $10. One double up from 10 to 20 is 100% from somebody from 10 bucks. Somebody like us from 34 cents, that's 3xing it. Every single time it goes up $1. That means on a 20x, you've 60 times your money on one move. That is where real wealth comes from, not from $25,000 a token. Could XRP at 100? Possibly. It's going to take work. We need the proper allocation. It's going to come. We are going to get the liquidity. You already seen on the XRP ledger, Paylao moved like $24 billion worth of their stable coin onto the XRP ledger. That in itself is going to have gas fees out the wazoo for XRP. They don't talk about it, but gas fees are good for XRP. Every time you have a transaction, there's a small burn. Doesn't seem like a lot, but then you deflate. Even if it's 1 XRP, it deflates it by 1 XRP. In the no cashless society, we've known about that for a long time. That's why I say you're going to use your XRP and your precious metals as money. Precious metals as a store of value, crypto as money and a speculative asset that can gain you astronomically, just like commodities can for precious metals, gold and silver, which Bitcoin, or not Bitcoin, screw Bitcoin, but XRP, the ISO tokens, the IoT tokens, the ones that are going to survive, they're a commodity. Let the Commodities and Exchange Commission, the CFTC, take care of this, not the SEC. It's not a security. It's not, because it's a commodity. It's money. They call it currency and money in the same argument. That's bullshit. Excuse my French. How many people are here? How is there so many? Wow. There's still 166 people here. No wonder. 192 comments. Yes, be your own bank. That's why I keep saying be your own central bank. Who's heard me pass that message on for 2.5 years now? JW. Yes, indeed, Mary Jane, pay attention. This is when I become the biggest philosopher. Right now is our retest, everybody. This is how we're going to know. Is this a hold? We've been talking about this for the last 45 minutes. We front run this because we know what we're doing. Are we going to hold this, or do we need to come down to the 30-minute and hold the 20-day? You likely would have a quick overshot. You could, so don't get excited. But everybody gets excited. Up, it's dumping, it's over. I don't know what I'm talking about. It's never going to happen. XRP sucks. It's a joke. It's the worst cryptocurrency of all times. It's never going to do anything. Come bother me when XRP hangs over $1 for the first time in 2 years. I've heard it all. You know what everybody misses by saying that? You want me to come talk to you when you've already missed your lifetime opportunity? Sure, come buy XRP at $1.20 and hold it for until it's at $3 and start screaming that you made $5,000 or $10,000 on 150%. But realize you could have made 10 to 15%, 15 times, 1,000 to 1,500% in that same move if you just paid attention during the bear markets. Nobody got rich in a bull market. Some people got well more fortunate. You know what the old saying should be? Nobody gets rich in a bull market, but a lot of people go broke. A lot of people lose portfolios in the bull market. Why? Because of the old rumor, long hold. It allows you to lose every opportunity to build your fortunes from one cycle to the next. If I see this cycle ends as a bear market rally and it can't get past $1.13, I'm out. If my gut tells me we're done, I'm out. It's over $1. I've turned in 4,700 between all of my cryptos and everything. It'll be over 20 grand. I'm out. And then we'll reevaluate when it comes back down. But as of right now, there is no chance in hell I'm getting out right now. Ooh, XDC, I wish you would have been here a little bit sooner. We got into XDC at 2.9. So we're well on our way here. But what would be a good buy? Look at XDC, though. This is what XDC does, and I always tell people. It had a better than 50% run on the 3.12 million in volume. I almost did an update, and I said, you know what? There's no reason. I love Quant. Quant runs the whole ecosystem, and that's not a joke. It allows XRP, Ripple, every other digital asset you like to do what it does in the way it does now, post-Bitcoin. But Quant is too expensive. It's too expensive. So instead of buying Quant at 108, I've got many other things I can buy that are cheap right now that haven't made the explosive move. Hey, Can, welcome in. I can't see it coming back down once it goes up. That's the problem. Once it goes up, if we hold $1.13 and we can establish that, I'm not saying I'm going to sell once we get rejected at $1.13. I wouldn't even sell until it got close to $1 when I realized it's done. I always tell you, I don't need the top. There's no reason for it. I just need to know exactly what's going to happen. Will I take profit at 10? That's debatable. Probably not, because if it gets to 10, I know I'm one double up away from another double up. See, once XRP gets to 10, you're one double up away from 20. That 10 to 20 is where the life-altering money to me comes in. Once it gets to 20, now you might get an opportunity if you forgot. Let's say you got 15,000 tokens. At some point, maybe you're like, I need some money. So you sell 1,000 tokens at $10. What does that get you? Does anybody know? Is anybody good at math? 1,000 tokens only at $10. What does that get you? $10,000. Whoops, sorry. I was supposed to let you answer. But, so if you need to take 1,000 tokens and take 10 grand, I can understand that. But I certainly wouldn't be. I would tell you right now, like for me, I want to carry 10,000 tokens with me forever. Right now I've got 12,222 that I'm not selling. A little bit over that, because I do everyday trading sometimes, as some of you know, to buy supplies, holistic stuff in the USA with XRP, because it's a lot cheaper than buying it with Bitcoin. I kid you not, I do it all the time. Julie knows. XRP is a major utility in the USA. They just don't tell you. So therefore, if I want 10,000, I've got to only sell between 2,300 and 3,000 of them the entire time it goes up. So where's my target? Because 10,000 of them, don't get me wrong, I don't need to sell it. Listen, everybody, you're all talking about selling it. Where does the money go back into? Your native fiat. You don't necessarily want that. you're going to be able to use XRP as a medium of exchange. That's what nobody's understanding who's talking about selling. Their plan is not to sell. The plan is to take maybe 2,000 or 3,000 tokens and keep over 10 and to hold it. The only other thing the 2,000 and 3,000 would let me do is if I'm looking to buy something, if I'm looking to invest in another utility that's coming up, like maybe AI sector that we'll be talking a lot more about AGI and stuff going forward. Maybe I need to invest in DAG down the road or Sologenic or something else. But the utility part of XRP, it's not for selling for green. You don't want the green back. You're looking for a major opportunity. And remember, much like Bitcoin, everybody, this formed a broadening wedge as well. I said around the board, a lot of things were forming broadening wedges. And once this breaks out of the broadening wedge, it's going to be off to the races. But it's so hard. It's so hard with XDC because it always has these wicks. So now I'd be expecting for it to melt up here, ladies and gentlemen. I'd be expecting it to melt up here. Jules is the brains, and she's right here. Wow, we still have 180. Julie, we have 186 people in here still.
Hi.
Julie just said hi. Hopefully you guys can hear her. She won't come on camera, but she'll say hi. But Jeff said hi.
Hi.
And I know JW said hi.
Hi, JW.
Same JW used to watch us on Twitch.
The 5 minutes of Julie.
Yes. TJW, she remembered you. The 5 minutes of Julie. Yes.
That was the commercial.
If we use XRP to buy gold, yes, you still have to pay capital gains. Because when you buy it, you're also constituting a sale of XRP out of your account. So you're selling it to another buyer. They just happen to be a set buyer, so to say. She just walked away. Her price prediction long term is that Doge is going to have some real value. No joke. That's her one prediction. She has this feeling about Doge, and she's had it since it was at 0.00004 like 4. She bought $50 worth, and I'm not kidding. She turned it into 1,000. We sold it. I bought it back for her at 6 cents or 6.4. She's got about 10,150 tokens, but she's already in the profit by over $1,000. Sold it out during the Saturday Night Live debacle with Jeff Bezos for like 50 something cents. We didn't buy it back until 6 something. So she is flying high with Doge, and that is her one thing she will take. And because she owns it, I never have to worry about it. So we also own 10,057 Doge at 0063, I think it is. Or 063. But we had it at 000. It was insane. She was one of those people who caught the thousands of %. So, with XDC, and I talked to the audience, so some people, you just got to accept that. And yeah, right now it's going fast, and I've been talking the charts, but I did acknowledge everybody the best I could. But right now I'm smoking the relaxation. We're trying to get this in. You got in at Doge at 0007. Yeah, that's what it was. 0004, or maybe another 0. I can't remember, but somewhere around where you were at, J-Ride. So you know exactly what we're talking about. I do like Shiba. I do actually like Shiba. The legend says that Doge and Shiba will find their way into the ISO. I'm just saying, the legend has it. So, what am I expecting with XDC? Honestly, the 0.57 level is that pivot level right now. As long as it holds it, it uses it as support and it can bounce parabolically. We're going to melt up here and see how we react. I'm predicting that we're likely, unless we get a big sell candle, this should come up to 7.1 and see if we can, in fact, come out of the broadening wedge. That's what I'm expecting. I don't know what the render token is, honestly. I don't speak anything other than ISO or IoT, except for Zill with the, that's the meme side of it. But they've got the gaming side. They've got AI. They've got a lot of stuff with the Zaliqua network. Oh, man, is it a fucking sleeping giant. Zill, Veach, all these are such sleeping. Imagine one day we're looking in 2028 and it's like, what'd you buy V-Chain for? Oh, 1.5 cents. What? What'd you buy XRP at 34 cents? What? How the... All these. It's just like with Bitcoin. When you put years behind it, I'm telling you guys, this is the trial and tribulation. Gucci, welcome in from, Songbird. Yeah, Songbird's fine. Songbird's got utility. Songbird's fine. I've actually read a lot of good stuff on SGB. I just don't have the testicular fortitude for it right now. Got too many other things. But anyhow, let's get back to the charts. Just yesterday, swapped XRP for more XDC, and I'm quite happy. Yeah, some people do that. But I don't swap one for the other. I just have all of them. You know? Yes, the Internet of Things is the IoT. And yes, pay your taxes. It cost me in 2021, FYI, 2021 taxes cost me on $12,000. It was like $12,800 in profits on crypto. I got hit with over almost $5,000 in capital gains. So that taught me a lot about what to do in this cycle. Because had I have waited, which I couldn't, see, there was no way to wait because the bull market was over. But now, because we're in a bear market, if you wait a year, it goes from 35% to 15%. That's a huge decrease. Just hold it 1 year and a day. So right now, XRP in the 30-minute, we're going to see if we do officially dump down and hold the 20-day. We've still got 5 minutes on this candle, which means the next candle would probably open up bearish because we're not down to our target, in my opinion, yet. Unless we pull back up quickly, but I don't think we've finished this move. I would like to see this dump down in the next 5 minutes and come down to the 20-day, but it might have to do it on the next candle, you know. I can't force it to do it. Wow, has it really already been 1 hour and 16 minutes? I don't believe that. Has it really? Whoa. It's come to my attention I might talk too much. Hey, you're welcome, ATK. I do what I can for the hell of it. Yeah, JW, exactly. Oh, and by the way, I'm a major on Uphold now. So anybody on Uphold, you now know your ranks. If you hold anywhere from, I think, 5,000 to 14,991, you're a major. Who else is a major in the audience? Who is higher? We have a major lieutenant in the house as well. I know that. Hey, awesome, Jeff. Awesome. So now when somebody asks you, you just tell them which level you are. You don't even need to disclose it. I love that they did that. Because now it's an inside thing. If you're an XRP holder, you don't have to technically disclose. Ooh, what the... A lieutenant colonel in here. Wow. I'm a major, but hold most on my ledger. Excellent, Ruben. Excellent. We got some big players in the house. Ah, there's Sean, the major general in the house. ATK as well. Drunk Giga, you had 21,000 XRP and only 10,000 XTC, so now I'm even Steven on those. Oh, excellent. Okay, I get you. That was a good idea. That was actually an excellent move. I did not know that was your agenda. Beautiful job. And I'm telling everybody, XDC and XLM sleeping freaking giants. The same stock you put into XRP, you should obviously put into XLM because, in my opinion, and we're waiting for this, folks, so I'm going to continue talking. We're waiting to see if we can hold this because in the 15-minute, we had a golden cross. Now we have our overrun to the 200 because that would verify a hold on the short-term pattern reversal. You need to hold the 200. So it makes sense because in the 30-minute now, the 200-day for the 15 is the 20-day for the 30-minute. So it makes perfect sense. The 15 is a short-term turnaround. We start moving into these time frames, it gets better. So, waiting for this. I'm trying to answer, but with XLM, my conspiracy. So, think about this with Jed McCaleb. They say they bought him out, and then he could sell out so many per month. I have a different thing. What if they didn't buy him out? What if this was a plan, and they said, hey, Jed, we know you have these ideas. We know you can do this, but we have way too many people in retail buying XRP. You know it's not meant for these people. You know it's meant to move billions of dollars, you know, hundreds of millions and the billions even. We can't have all these little scrubs from retail buying. It's just, it doesn't do us any good. They're using these meaningless transactions for $5 to $50 to $100, $500,000. It's not what it's meant for. We're going to give you this package. We're going to say, we had a dispute. You don't believe in what we're doing. We're the WEF. we're the bad guys. You're the good guy. But really what we're doing is we're buying you out for this so that you have an initial coin offering. We're not going to say it's from XRP. We're going to say we bought you out. And now every month it's a condition that you can only sell your XRP every single month, and you have to go many, many years to do it. So what do? How convenient, every single month you have to pay the bills for your new technology. Well, how does he figure out how many he's going to sell? Why would he sell 30 million this month, or 72 million this month? Why would he sell it at 50 cents but not $1? He didn't need the tech at $1. He didn't need to pay for anything. But when it was at 50 cents, he's like, oh shit, I need to pay this. I need 30 million. Here's some more. So they use that as a real initial coin offering. They'll never get in trouble for it because it was a buyout. But now you've got XLM for the little guy, for me and you, for the retail investors, the small businesses, and they are essentially going after Stellar Jacob with XRP. That's why it moves hand in hand. Don't kid yourself. What's happening to XRP is also a direct implication on XLM because of Jed McCaleb. So that's why I believe they're getting two birds with one stone. Everybody says the only one to have clarity will be XRP. Not true. It'll be XLM and XRP by virtue of Jed McCaleb. So now you say that. XLM now holds retail, the small businesses. XRP's for big business, banks, institutional investors. So what do you think of that? XLM, that's all a joke. They lied. XLM was created off of the same technology. They have Stellar and Lumens. They just call it something different, rebrand what they already have, make it slightly different for smaller purchases, so it's going to have different kind of inner workings. But that was the funding for XRP. That was the funding from XRP in the form of a buyout to Jed McCaleb, and he sold it every single month for funding the project. Now, is that not the conspiracy of all conspiracies right there with XRP and XLM? I've talked about it so many times that I know I came up with this thinking of this way, but this is what I think. 100% digital orgy. That's why we're buying Casper on FOMO Fridays, and I can't wait to get to 10,000 tokens. Casper is going to be freaking huge. Oh, man, that's why I'm so excited about buying it. Sean Crothers has been telling me, you better buy it. I'm going to be mad. Oh, it's insane. It's insane. The speed, the amount of transactions per second, the fact that I'm not even going to go into, you know. If there was ever a sleeping giant, I think DGB is a sleeping giant as well. So don't forget about DGB and the Internet of Things, please. And that's at 0.008. Speaking of my baby. Oh, look at Bitcoin now real quick. Edging up a little bit higher here. Look at this. Remember what I talked about? That candle looked good in the 30 that it should come through. It started to come up now. Now you're looking for it to break 29,819. So that ended up being another good candle there for Bitcoin. I'm telling you, they trap people. Trust me. I've been commenting to this one person because I actually like the guy. And I'm not going to tell you his whole channel name, but if you watch him, you'll know. He's the guru. And I like him because he is I just like him. Don't ask me why. I like the guy. But he's a venture capitalist, so you gotta take that for what it's worth. So, but he kept saying bull flag, and I kept commenting, I'm not saying he's a guru. It's not a bull flag, and he went short, and he was in a very nice long position that he's been in. He called the breakout, but then he got scared. He called the bull flag, and it's like, uh-oh. I've seen this trick dog and trick pony before, and I tried to be like, hey. And he's got like, I don't know, 6 times the amount of subscribers as I have. But I like the guy, so I always give him good comments in the comments. I always like his videos. I even subscribe to the channel just because I like him. He's trying. Yes, he's pushing a lot of BS, but at least he comes on there every day. I give people credit that come on and actually know technical analysis. They might be, you know, trying to sell their own stuff, but people who can make it their own way and then they keep putting it on. Sure, he might sell you a course or whatever, but being a venture capitalist and still putting that kind of time into it it's something. So with Bitcoin, so I like to tell stories. So if you know who I'm talking about, most of you probably won't, but if you know who I'm talking about, not a bad guy, just got this one wrong, that's all. Not a bull flag. And he got wrecked on a short today. Well, he didn't get wrecked because he does stop losses in weird ways, but whatever. So yeah, I like to spread the love, like JW said. So broadening wedge with Bitcoin very clearly, very clearly. Now we need to get over. We talked about how it looked overly bullish in the 30 when we first started, and it still does. Now we're going to look to push up past 30,000. First, we need to break over this and not get squeezed out here, but we've already technically come over it, and it has come over it. We technically have broke over the old high. Now we look to push farther. Had a golden cross here with Bitcoin, had the consolidation on it. See, instead of breaking out initially, we consolidated on it. That gave us the support. It allowed the 20-day to come through, and it properly broke. Now if we come up here somewhere, we'll probably have to hold this area. It'll probably have a sharp comeback through. But we're going to see with Bitcoin, as the broadening wedge to me is going to play. It's playing as a broadening wedge. So anybody who's going short there is going to get their cannoli stomped in. Let's just put it that way. With DGB, Terry, Tom, I'm riding with you all the way, brother. I really appreciate that. Working in to buy algo now. Yes, trading with J-Ride. We are buying algo on Winning Wednesdays. Actually, tomorrow, as a matter of fact. So be live with me tomorrow. We're spending $75 a week. That's $300 a month. Do I think Elon will buy Ripple? No. Because Elon has Doge. I'm telling you guys, Doge is another sleeping giant by virtue of it's going to be a currency possibly one day on Twitter or X or whatever the hell he calls it these days. He doesn't need to buy XRP. Why would you don't want him to buy XRP? Don't let him have it. No, let everything do what it's doing. You don't need Elon Musk. In my opinion. Ruben, thanks for the $1.99. Holy smogolies. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Yes, me and Julie, I've told the story. We own 10,154 Doge, but how we got into it, Julie bought $50 worth when it was at 0.0004. I think there was 4 zeros. And she wrote it. It went from $50 to over 1,000. She wrote it all the way up to the Saturday Night Live debacle, 57 cents or 52 cents or whatever the hell it was at. Told her to sell it. She listened. I bought it back for her at 6.2, and then I sent it to her on Robinhood. So she's holding it, and she will never sell it. She's not somebody to look at it or sell it. So yes, we do, and I like Doge. And when Elon Musk has a part of it, I think, again, 10,000 tokens. Just, that's the number. It only takes one of them if you have 10,000 tokens, even if it's at 1 cent, 0.3 of a cent or whatever. There's a time with history. You go back to the .com or to the tech boom. Some people bought a bunch of stuff when it was at 20, 30, 50 cents, not knowing anything. Some of them turned into, Apple, Alphabet, Dell, NVIDIA, AMD. You know, they just started buying all this new tech when computers came out, especially with the gaming gear. Guess what tech we're looking at now? For cross-border payments, to send a bunch of money with CBDCs, and they want to go with digital assets. What could have not been any better timing for us to be interested in what sector in 2021 while all this was coming to fruition? So that we could get through a bull market, make some easy money real quickly. It only took us a month if you were watching me, month and a half. And then be able to build up for many years. We're in the right sector. With DGB, because I'm running short on time here, folks. It's been 1 hour and 29 minutes, and I've loved every minute of it. But it's 9:07. DGB right now is firmly within the grasp of its pattern. It's in a 4th tier part of its breakout, I believe it is right now. Or 3rd tier. So this is the first level for the breakout second. It needs to get above here. So the 747 is a key consolidation, which it's held the entire way. And then we need to break up here to break this descending triangle that it's in if you break it out into the grand scale. Which I don't want to really... Well, I guess I could. It's like in a descending triangle. Oh, yeah, that's how you get to the next level. There was another level below. That's right. So 1, it created this uptrend, which got us to the 2nd level, 3rd level. That is level. So we're working to the 4th level. So 747 is the key resistance right now, or support area. Looks like it created that inverted head like we talked about. Now if it can break out and make like this inverted right shoulder and a break up and retest down here, this thing could be off to like that 1079. But ultimately, we're going to have to retest somewhere up here towards these highs at some point. At some point, DGB, one day you're going to wake up when it has a breakout and you're going to be like, wait a minute, what just happened here? What just happened here? DGB just went up 100% or 400%. It happens all the time with DGB. XRP will go up 27%. You'll be like, DGB's up 131%. What the hell is going on? Then DGB dumps 96%. You know, until it's ready to move, then it's unbelievable. Is XRP done dumping? We don't know. We don't know. In the immediate short term, that's a nice looking candle on the daily, though, wouldn't you say right now? Does anybody know what that candle is called? In the daily? From yesterday or the daily close from yesterday into today. So, we don't know if it's going to go, because right now I'm looking for a firm retest right here down at the 20-day for the 30-minute. God bless from Flynn fam. Kaylee. Hell yeah. Welcome in, Ian. Up likely digital orgy. It definitely looks like up likely would be more than likely here. But right now, we're trying to confirm a move up. We're trying to confirm a move up. Oh! No, teach us. I am teaching you because there's people in the community that can also tell you, and I try to see this is how I learn. Yes! Reverse hammer, inverted hammer. Who said inverted hammer? Reverse hammer. Either way. Upside down hammer, some call it. Yes, trading with J-Rye. Reverse or Rubin inverted hammer. And that's exactly what it looks like in the daily. It's exactly what it looks like. And that's a very bullish move. I missed the super chat. Holy crap, I did. Prosperity Fund. XRP done dumping yet or back to 58 cents. Thank you so much for the $2. I greatly appreciate that. But yeah, that's crazy. Thank you so much for sending that. But thank you to the other people who actually got that. This is how we teach, folks. Dragonfly. The Doge candle. Okay, that's another way to say it. The Doge. I figured somebody would say that. The more common, well, I mean, the technical, I guess you could call it a Doge. But a lot of people, they call it the inverted hammer, the reverse hammer. The inverted hammer you'll hear a lot. But right now, we're looking for the hold here. So even when I leave, we're looking for the hold at 70 cents because that would confirm a short-term trend reversal here. Or we can just hold here if we want to. That's perfectly acceptable. It's just I didn't know if we would have enough strength here, but we might have enough just to hold it here. We'll see. Yeah, 58 cents. Christopher, yes, a Doji candle is good. Drunk Giga Chad. The Dragonfly? I mean, but that breaks it out technically a little bit. Are you saying for a little bit more, if we move it out a little more than one candle? I'm stocking. I got 2777. XRP waiting to get paid. We going to moon. Eventually, we are going to moon. The only reason we would break down is if this isn't bullish, because right now, remember, we had a symmetrical triangle form out of the bull flag. We need to break past this to confirm that we're actually bullish here. But look at this wide W that could possibly be formed and an inverted head and shoulders here at the same time. What I'm saying is as long as we're here, we're not going to 585. But if we break down, your technical target would be around 585. That's also the retest of the double top breakout. The inverted head and shoulders, you have a cup and handle that right now it's already done everything it needs to do. But it could technically go down to 585. But that cup and handle formation, that's huge. That's often overlooked in this formation. So I got to get going, guys. But I've given you every single piece of information I've got. I'm proud of this update or this live. I'm proud of everybody in here. I'm proud of the learning taking place in the commodity. I'm proud of the fact that we've gotten past emotions. Nobody gets triggered in the comments. We just do what we need to do. Because positivity over negativity, and if we do it together, we've got more eyes. But this cup and handle pattern here, if this fills out, the technical target is technically $1.50. We would have to break the bull flag, hold $1.13, but technically that's a $1.50 breakout target. If it played true, there's many layers of resistance. Bitcoin, as we thought, was on the broadening wedge. That's why we didn't get faked out here. We know what's happening. Now it made a strong reversal. Now we're looking to see if it can break 30,000 and ultimately get back above this little channel here, which is just a little bit higher at about 30,171. Then we're going to try to break back. As I said, if we held this, it'd be a 10% move up. Right now, though, it ended up being more because somebody bought at 28,671, and really, the bottom here came down, overextended to the channel part. It's getting smaller, that channel, as we go up. But this, we need to break the broadening wedge to the top side, and we already know the technical target here would be 35,990 on a push up. So thank you, everybody. Have a blessed evening. I appreciate it. JW, Jan, everybody, Miss Vicky, everybody. Darren, John Hall, Drunk Giga, Percent Better. Thank you so much, everybody. Joshua, have a good one. Zumata, Ian, the Crypto Don Land Survey, Jan, Prosperity Fund. Thank you, everybody. Have a good night. Stay blessed. Watch this again if you have to, and push the message. Positivity.